I used 80 million that the bank sent wrong to buy the whole house. Broken in a no. This suspension project started when he borrowed 8,000 from the bank. After 365 phone rejections, received 80 million by the wrong bank transfer. Message. And the sender is a government project. Anyone who has used this money knows. This is an untouched amount. Going to prison is like playing. While thinking, you suddenly woke up to the debt system. 10,000 debts per month will be exchanged for 1 point of accumulation. Look at the options on the system. It's all about technologies that can change lives. How not to be superhuman. That's 8,000 points a month. A year is 96,000 points. If you spend a few years in prison, you have hundreds of thousands of points. Just keep this money. It's the chicken that lays the golden egg. Even if you're in prison, you can use points. Currency exchange. He was in prison for a few years with the maximum level of technological dominance. I started working out how to keep this money. How to spend 80 million in the fastest way. The transfer cannot be used normally. It's not done because it's easy to track. Buying a car takes too long. It will still be confiscated. Suddenly my eyes lit up. Buy a project for those investors. Your debt is so high that you have to jump up. This money in his hands is no more than 5,000. Anyway, the creditors are waiting outside the bank, want to reclaim from. This kind of person is obviously unthinkable. More importantly, if the investor has money, will he pay off the debt with his own money? If you continue to invest, not only will the project not be suspended, it can even turn the tide. Even if the investor runs away, then the accumulated points are also in your hands. If you have a point in your hand, you never lose. At most in prison, or later return those 80 million. Today is the 21st day. Just 9 more days to get 8,000 cumulative points. So he looked up the hanging projects nearby. Take out your phone and call the ticket office. Hello, Zincha. A clear female voice echoed. I want to buy a house. Sorry. What did you say? The enemy is amazing. I believe your boss can get through this. I want to buy a house. I want to buy some houses. Your current house price. I'm sure you can ask your boss again. Please wait a moment. The enemy still can't believe anything. Look at them. Our project will increase in price. Are you kidding me? Increase the price of something. The Lord is about to ascend. Real estate owners, surname King. The king of magic is full of wonder. The owner said he wanted to buy some. Ask about our current price. Give me your number. First of all, I have seen a lot, but the unscrupulous leader leads his own body to submit his life like this. It was the first time I saw it. This guy is crazier than family. Joined the army in 49. The Lord spoke and stood up very quickly. Then some phone number is to call Illo. Do you want to buy a house? The king's voice was suspicious of me. The son casually replied. I want to know the current price. Housing price is elegant land. Your county is sure you're not going to. What a mess. To be honest with you, if you're going to extract any information from me, I can be honest. Now, the bank has a loan of 300 billion. I have borrowed everything I can. The amount of money in hand is not enough to pay the debt. I'm ready to sell this project. If you're the owner, you don't have to worry. If the project seizing so, and so group will buy back Elegant Land County. But until then, 8 out of 10, you have to pay an additional fee. For the new company, the new house continues to be built. The company continues to mention the company. Bear Yang slightly raised eyebrows. I soon heard that the company's family owned, intend to encroach on the real estate segment. I can't believe it's true, and the trick is so cruel. The son is laughing. You suddenly find it interesting. Mr. King, son asks. Can't mind. The monkey, they want to force him to the end. Director Wang is both shouting loudly and full of helplessness. My brother, even if you contact me, I will be disappointed. But don't worry, King. I always value integrity in my business. The buildings I develop, they've all been rated very well before. You can go listen to the real thing. Now I have run out of ways to accept it. Even if you kill me, I couldn't get any money for the time being to build the next house. You are the owner, right? Wait a minute, Lord. I will remember this for 2 years. How much money do you have to make up for that? I'll give it all back to you. This person seems to have a conscience. Zhen Yang thought to himself and told him to come to me. I have money to buy a house. I'm serious. Maybe this money will help you. It doesn't matter if you buy 10 houses. To be honest with you, it's not a matter of money anymore. Director Wang laughed. I have 80 billion. What does the son say? Director Wang was surprised. 80 billion? Are you serious? If you really have 80 billion, I sold you an 11-story, 2-story building, unitary. A total of 44 apartments, free parking, and storage space. But there's a point I have to make. It's not just about money. It's about offending people. It's really cheap. The son takes a sip of cold air. Although the residential location is a bit remote, but the future is very promising. It costs 2 or 6 billion a unit. Now it's only about 82 billion each. There's also parking and storage. It's down to 40%. It doesn't matter about blaming others. I only have 2 questions. The son rises back and forth at the bank. Do you have a relationship to transfer large sums of money? No. You can always transfer it now. Director Wang nodded and said, that loan is issued by the total bank. They're very cut. Even at midnight, they're willing to help. Second, if this money is recovered. Can you hold it? The sky asked again. The director replied after a while. Brother, this is dirty money, right? Whether it's dirty or not is important to you. The opposite is also true. Director Wang thought for a moment. 280 billion. I will solve when to trade right now. Being a minute late is part of the risk. He gave the address to Director Wang and hung up. 15 minutes later, knock on the door. He opened the door. In the eye is a fat man. There are 2 people in the back, maybe a bodyguard for fear of being cheated. He pointed to the sofa and gave him his bank card. Director King. Next, Rely on the king. Looks pretty casual. Dress a little messy. You haven't called anywhere yet. Just give it to me. He sat down. First check the balance on your card. Then take out the phone and start calling. Hello, old man. Yes. It has definitely been paid. Didn't you manage the money and pay me now? I just want to ask you for a little help in half an hour. Give my brother money. But because it's a big transfer, he opened the power to help me with thank you very much. Whenever I have time, I invite you to drink. After hanging up the phone, Director 1 nodded to him. And then he made a few more phone calls. Dear, I owe you money, and I will transfer it later, but you have to lend it back. Don't worry, I found a way out. I'll get over you this time. They survived. Don't worry, there's just some money. I need to go through your account. In the name of paying debts and borrowing. It's okay, don't worry. Give me a hand without worrying. It's just transfer money back and forth. After a series of phone calls, the Sky is also getting a message right now. Large limit transfer function. It is temporarily in effect. Please complete personal transfer within 2 hours. This function can be used in the transfer section. Thank you for trusting the bank's services. We wish you a prosperous business. Give me the phone. Director 1 reached for the phone. Open the bank app. Quickly enter your account number. Very fast. His phone got a text message saying he had money. He returned the phone to me. Then, pick up your phone. Quickly make transfers of funds, with different ratings on some other accounts. There are a few billion, there are tens of billions, there are two more than 70 billion. A few minutes later, the sound of Chinese messages, echoing. Magic King picked up the phone. Look at the money he's moving one by one. Back in the name of loans. He transferred the money back to the company account. Then make loan disbursement with the company account. After he's done it all, he's surfing the phone book. Make a phone call. Hello, did you get it? So, this loan of ours is done. Aha. I met the lady who helped me. So my new loan is perfect. Wait 2 days. We'll meet in person. You two chatter a few sentences and hang up. The director looked relieved. Your face is happy, but his forehead is sweaty. The psychological pressure was not small. Thank you very much. What will I need from you later? Don't be rude. Just speak up. He wiped his sweat, waving for the bodyguard to pick up a briefcase, from which to extract a contract. If you have no problem, sign it. These are the most beautiful places in the county. I deliberately kept it for sale, waiting for house prices to go up. Give it all to your brother now. This is considered as the gratitude of this old man. The Sky doesn't look closely and doesn't understand much. It is okay for you to accumulate points in your hand if the contract is fake. The bank won't let me. In the back is dealing with the bank. Just collect it. Sign the contract. They both rolled their hands. Then everyone keeps a copy. This transaction is considered closed. Brother, this money. Director Wang was a little curious. I don't know if I should ask. And nothing. The bank made the wrong transfer. Real or fake? Director Wang clearly did not believe. Open the message for him. The king immediately took a cold breath. But your thumb up. Brother, you really are a cruel person. This could go to jail. I don't blame you for not being afraid of people. Whether I'm going to jail or not is uncertain. The sun is hiding here. That's the money the bank wants. My money's gone. Your money is what the bank keeps an eye on. The king was clearly thinking of. Immediately feel the scalp numbness, especially this big payoff, and he helped himself through big trouble. At first, he thought it was public money, embezzlement, or a form of money from abroad. That kind of money just needs a lawsuit. If you take longer, there is a way to deal with it. But this is bank money, and the local bank just blew up. He suddenly regretted it. The old man in the province certainly did not escape. Everyone finished their lives together. Yourself. He can't borrow money from the bank. All loans are ruined. You should think outside the box. The sun is shining again, and you are dipping indigo. Your people above the bank are covered in indigo. The city's money is gone. The bank is desperate for money. But the problem is you don't have any money. So, the bank could only lend him more. Let him continue to build. Only when the house is built and sold will there be money to pay. Until then, both sides can survive. The hanging project is no more. He also overcame the terror. At this point, the company wants to take action. Let's see who is behind you. That's the bank. It's the government and the owners who are messing up. This is the best method. Everything will be fine until the project is completed. Good and open for sale. The value of my building will double. The bank doesn't just collect debts, but also make a bargain. What are they stupid not to do? Even if they don't, there will be people willing to spend $80 million in exchange for $150 million after another year, isn't it? I'm not sure I went to jail, but everyone has a bright future. On the way home, the owner sat in the back seat of the Mercedes. The more I think about it, the deeper this young man is. Unpredictable. It's not trivial. It's not trivial. He exclaimed, just from the wrong bank transfer. That he can figure out how many of these things. That's an amazing talent. Is it so bad? The guard next to him couldn't help but be curious. It's better than you think. The king nodded gracefully. The story of Mr. Chen today. Don't talk out for a while. Clearly yes, boss. In a small house with classic Chinese style. The young girl went from confidence to panic in less than a minute. Why is something so crazy? If anything, you have to finish eating. A middle-aged man wearing an apron. Softly speak up. His hands were still holding 2 plates of food. He's a little reproachful. Just keep him busy. Not with you. It was very difficult to get back to work today. And you're treating me like this. The girl's face was a little pale. You said I screwed up. I sent the wrong amount of $80 million. The middle-aged man raised his eyebrows. then nod your head. He was calm as if nothing had happened. Remember this lesson. Work to be more careful. Money can't just disappear. It's okay to collect it. Don't worry. If you are criticized, accept the blame. As a learning experience, if fired, change it. It's okay to go to another job. Everything has a solution. Worrying doesn't solve any problems. Must know how to calculate. Think about signing before acting. Who knows? I know. Teach me to go all the time. The girl has a headache. Quickly put on your shoes. Take the key and run away. Just walked out the door. The phone vibrates. When I saw a strange number, the ceiling pressed the speaker button. A low or worried voice echoed. Is the voice of a soft young girl. I started to say hello to you, Nate. I'm so sorry to bother you. I sent the wrong amount 2 hours ago. I just checked back. That money has been transferred. Tell me what you used that money for. The thin noodle voice girl is a little nervous, but very polite. Attitude is also very good. I can't help but feel a little guilty in my heart. I'm losing this girl's job. I'm going to buy a hanging project. I calmly said. The house is in the county hallway. The owner has no more money to build. So I definitely spent 280 billion. This is to buy his house. So he had money to build. Don't worry. I'll sell it when the house is built. I'll give it back to you when I have the money. The girl heard her voice as if about to cry. Told you not to joke about that hanging project you bought. What if most people run away? They ran away. Didn't they leave you? I can't help but tease her. The bank fees you paid. 280 billion. Just a little more being a cowboy. You can still make money when the construction is done. We only do finance, no real estate. Girl wrapped up, tangerine. At this moment, suddenly there was an umbrella. Then the other end of the line changed hands for me. I am a million dancing ants, director of the branch. I warned you. This money was wrongly transferred as illegal property. You have to go to jail. Then, you come and arrest me. He replied. When doing these things, I'm mentally prepared to go to prison. I was 6 long when the unit, 6 hammocks of cornfield culture. All the police. You're determined to be a debtor, aren't you? Millions of angry ants shouted. Don't get excited. Agitation doesn't solve the problem. Think about it. If you don't think so, go directly to the police. The enemy doesn't know, still haven't realized the problem. So I don't talk much. Directly hang up. Overbearing too overbearing. In the meeting room of the city branch, everyone has a face. Only the girl with the soft voice is adoring. Panicked God. Full of worry, he sat on the chair. How do you tell the police now? No, wait. The director sat in the chair. Remember to think for a moment. Suddenly, he said yes, and looked it up. Normal people. You can't make such a large transfer. Someone must have helped him. Maybe there are more spies. Check the account of King Marvel Ness. See where the money went. Use every relationship. It can't be hidden. But if we can come up with an explanation, and what? Collect money. The police will not search too much, although the amount involved is quite large. But it's just an accident anyway, transferring the wrong small account. Everyone's face changed, slightly. The word insider sounds scary. They couldn't help but look at the girl. The girl's face is also talented. She actually transferred the wrong one. It's just a mistake at work. If you're labeled an insider, that's a felony. But who cares about your face right now? Director, hit the table. Let's go. Very fast. The documents were presented in front of the director. He looked at the document. The look on his face revealed surprise, and so do the people around. It's all unbelievable. The money has been in the account in less than 20 minutes. It was immediately moved. It was decisive. Account director of the royal family. Less than a minute after the money arrived, I moved to 8 other accounts. They're all company accounts. There are 2 companies that are not small. There is a company in the province, and local companies in our city. We've called to confirm. They say it's money. It's money. Director based on my investigation about the king and his company account. We found those 8 companies in minutes. Took the name for. The loan was transferred back 8 times to his account. That's a total of 80 million. There's even more nonsense. Mr. Director, company account after receiving the money. Less than 3 minutes later, in the name of repaying the bank loan, to settle the debt. The person in charge. This loan is a deputy director at the central bank. I found it, Mr. Director, according to feedback from the central bank. When the temporary account opens the large transfer function, Deputy Director Liar called. Let the staff there do it. The spy is the deputy director. Everyone seems to be in disbelief. The director also died. Insiders are at the top. You get the phone right away. The deputy director is his former leader. Every word before. Branch that rises to the top. If something happens to the enemy, you can't escape. Hello, boss. You've done something wrong. I didn't lie to you. I didn't curse you. Big story. It's about 80 million that he made that transfer. Okay. I'm waiting for your phone. Hang up. The director sat down. I feel drunk on your face. I just transferred the wrong money. Why so? Any people. The past can be easily traced back. In the capital of Dongjiang province, both the bank and its branches are in trouble. At the deputy director of the bank, Deputy Director Liu angrily called. He's so pissed off that he can squeeze the son of a bitch. What are you going to do with this dirty money? He asked me to help you open a bank account. You're crazy, aren't you? The king's calm voice boomed. I'm crazy, back you up. This is my only way of life. You think I'm crazy? Deputy Director said silently. I feel a headache. When you meet someone who risks his life, it's over. This has nothing to do with me. Not approving a loan for you. It's even urging debt. It's all done by another vice president whose last name is the owner. No matter who does it. Now, we've all fallen into the hole. If you want to live, live together. If you want to die, die together. Live the monkey. Deputy Director Liar compressed anger. This alone just needs to be revealed. When I get out, I'm done. You know what? You're still alive. The king gave the opinion that the son gave. Say it again on the phone. So, you understand. Now, you've dipped in Digo. There's no other choice. Moreover, this benefit is not small. This building just needs to be built. Will be worth 5,250,000,000. In the bank's hands, he will do great work. In his own hands, a year later interest rate of 245 billion. How do you choose? As long as this gets you through the night. It's okay. You're okay. The cancer branch is okay. You're okay. Everyone's okay. Both sides have a bright future. Sell a building for 280 billion. The king was not content either, but he had no choice. The power of the sea is too great. No one wants to be guilty. It's good to survive. If not for the sudden appearance of the sun's ceiling, then his end has actually been decided. The deputy director was silent when he heard that. If it was before, he certainly won't help. The profit of hundreds of billions is of course attractive, but taking it means being guilty of the C Group. The company is also one of the core businesses in the city. Now, the only way is to make this grow. Pull more and more big characters and dip them. Now, he has to save himself. Even if you need more money, you have to save yourself. Will that kid give up the contract? That's a profit of 245 billion. You can't eat it all, right? The king knew that the enemy had compromised. He laughed and said at least he wasn't in jail. There are no hands. He didn't get it either, so it's still negotiable. Maybe a little less, or ask him if he has. Any conditions can be discussed. Anyway, this is related to Marin Group. The deputy director is starting to get nervous. The position of the maritime group in our province. You're not ignorant. People just snapped their fingers, and you're almost broke. Honestly, I can't handle this pressure. I have to make sure profits enough to drag others into the water. The same burden cannot be borne. If there's not only a dead end, the old man said this was his only chance. The dance has been prepared for me. If I don't beat a fan, wouldn't that make the kids laugh? I'm sorry, old man. I took a fucking risk. Deputy Director Lia banged down on the table. To a position like mine, you can still directly fire me. Hell, I have someone behind me too. Some people are under pressure, and they're holding this amount of money. I cancelled the loan you applied for before. Get the money back to the account now. The rest is up to you. Don't worry, the king laughed. In this wasteland, I've got a little bit of bravery. Their offshore corporations have been plotting for so long. The hard-earned reputation this time is gone. Different industry as the Mountain Way, a business that rises from mineral water. Dare to get your hands on real estate. In this industry, they have people who understand. Just like that, the deputy director saved a little trouble, directly hung up. He took a deep breath, pick up the phone, and call again. Million ants at the branch of the city hung up the phone. Take a breath and look at everyone. Everybody's staring right now. Million ants. Waiting for an answer. Millions of ants laughing and talking. A decision has been made. Someone will come tomorrow morning. I'll go with you to see. It probably won't affect our branch. Everyone, go back and rest. I've done a good job. It's finally over. Oh, everyone is a little burdened. Stand up in turn and leave. The girl with a soft voice stared at the nation. I thought for a moment and then said the letter. Go back and check yourself and remember this lesson. If the incident this time can be smoothly overcome, it's okay. But if I can't get through, understand. The letter nods and breathes a breath. It doesn't matter anymore. It's good not to be seen as an accomplice or an insider. Late at night, the train ride. When I got home, I changed my shoes and the light turned on. I realized my dad was still sitting on the sofa, still holding the phone. The letter of the gazelle with tears. I feel warm and I feel sorry for myself. Go sit down next to your father. The middle-aged man is as unassuming as ever. Ask if it is done. It's over. It's probably not over yet. You're not too sure. The letter tells the whole story. And the process once. The middle-aged man mused softly. It's interesting. The family branch of the Marin Group. This time, it's a sand cart. But it's also a good thing. The owner, the king's estate, has been in trouble for days. It's always better to solve it yourself. You can laugh. I'm scared to death, said the exasperated letter. I don't know. They're all suspicious. A little more about being an accomplice. If you become an accomplice, I'm dead. How to spend people. Middle-aged men use a slightly obnoxious tone. Raise your voice a little, and then smile softly. You really haven't experienced life. Don't worry. You are my job. I can't keep it. I heard the letter and sighed. The smiling middle-aged man stood up. In this, you can still earn money. Someone will come to collect the fruit. No one dared to move before. It's because we jumped the corporate front. Now there's a young man as big as the sky. Wham! Slap straight up the face of the Marin Group into the mud. They naturally have nothing to hold back. Their real estate is sold at a low price, not a few holes. But compared to the risk of survival, it's nothing. And that boy, whether he's unwitting or stupid, he was also guilty of the same crime. The next story. Next, everything is temporarily back to normal. Veg in a heavy hole, they king one big. That boy lost or gained. Let's see what he thinks. If this isn't a coincidence, it's certainly an ingenious calculation, but even by coincidence, that can take advantage of time to profit narrowly. Then that kid's not that simple. Flexible mind working without constraints. You're a genius. You're just infected. Don't think too much. Take a break early. You can't stay up late in the rental housing. I didn't see the police for half a day. I understand everything. Order a few pieces of fast food to finish the meal. I swiped the phone for a few hours to learn about this world. And lie down early. Early morning the next day. It's been a long time since the body has woken up. It's refreshing. Personal hygiene is done. I cooked a bowl of instant noodles and turned on the tea. It's the morning news on tea. Everything in the news is still calm. National Day people, Anne. It seems like yesterday never happened. But right now. Knock on the door. Turn off the tea. Get up, open the door. There are two people outside, a young man and a middle-aged man greets my brother as the dance art. Nice to meet you, young man. He's got a slender figure, wear of his suit, with a gentle smile. Hello, I smiled and invited you into the house. I see such a small rented house. They're more curious about you. That's so cool. Where does the source of your confidence come from? The two of you were surprised. Silently worried again. This kind of character I am. The trade negotiations this time will not go well. I invite you two to sit down. Just ask me what you want to drink and get me a glass of water. Dance Arc answers habitually. I can tell half of it in the room. Asking for a cup of coffee is no different. They haven't boiled the water yet. Think for a moment. Stand up. Take 2 large bottles of iced tea from the side of the sofa. Put it in front of you and laugh and drink your tea. This big bottle, for savings. This also counts as a silent tea. Dance Arc really doesn't mind. I also tasted it when I was in school. I haven't been able to drink in years. Drink this. Not talking about compared to the rich people like security. The dance art looks much more mature and introverted. You're not here just for tea. You see the arc of that face. We also go straight to our own problems. The building in your hands. Millions of ants raise their voices. The building was bought with bank money. Even by mistake. But it's illegitimate property anyway. We've done a lot of research. If something goes wrong, try to make it up. Our government's money will be transferred again. This is done. You're not in jail, but the building belongs to us. There's probably nothing to argue about. Hi Sun smiled and said this. Let me make it up to you, because the house belongs to me. I'm looking for someone to give you 280 billion. It's all done the same way, really. 1 million people are silent. Don't try people anymore. Dance Art clapped his forehead helplessly said, the sky is not stupid. 1 year later, 525 billion worth of buildings. Even more so if this is investigated. Unlucky people don't just have the sun. This time I came, mainly to help him and Uncle solve the problem. Profit, on the other hand, doesn't matter. Now we're all in the same league. If we all want to make up for it, okay with this. So just open up and talk. He looked at the sun. This sky, this is related to the marine industry, based only on branch and the deputy director of the general. I can't stand the pressure. If you don't let go, the end will be the same. The cancer branch met with disaster. If you lose your job, you go to jail. The Queen did not receive the loan. The house continues to be suspended project. In the end, it only benefits the company. My father can carry it, even if it means helping me save and escape. But it's a very easy thing to do anyway, with others. Tell me your conditions. As long as it's not too much, I can decide. That's right. The sun is smiling. Take a look at 1 million people. Actually, I'm not interested in houses either. But I'm very interested in this kind of debt. 280 billion. You lend me 280 billion. This building will belong to you. Wait until next year. The building sold for 525 billion. Loan of 280 billion. I'll refund both the capital and the interest. As if there are no conditions. You can't fully benefit. Arc dance shake head. I can't help but say I'm not looking for you. But in fact, you've never had any experience. Business. To lend you 280 billion. You are. 280 million can't be recovered. Go like this. You also hear my condition 35 billion. I'll give you 35 billion. You gave me the building. Everything after that has nothing to do with you. How about 35 billion in interest? An unexpected opportunity to make a profit. The enemy captured all 35 billion. You said it loud too. This fell into my hands. Money is just a small thing. I can show this for half my life. 35 billion. I think this money is not small. But this is earned money, not debt. Accumulated points will not be calculated. If you don't have points, you can't change the technology. If you don't have technology, what do you do with these 35 billion? It's stupid to actually go into business. Turn around afraid that the hole is clean. You know yourself too. You can overwhelm the enemy to make money. Business is definitely a heavy loss. The marketplace is full of intrigue. You yourself are too young anyway. You know, scamming unscrupulous customers like that. I myself have a bright future. There's no need to mess with yourself. You two keep fighting. Clearly not satisfied with the conditions the enemy gave. I have this way. So, millions of people have spoken out. The way the corn is shining, and you're all looking at him. You take the million nation building and point to the cosmic corn. And then point to the ceiling. You take 35 billion. You two seem confused. A million people hurriedly followed. The point is then, bare little brother. You're shopping for a property. It's best to have something to show off. It's hard to assess the real value. Then use that property as collateral. Our bank loan. Bear Yang raised eyebrows. This trick sounds reasonable, but it's actually not that simple. A million people would say if it were me. Give me 10 more livers. I can't take out this loan for you, but there is also a deputy director save. There is also the old man of their house. This can be fixed. Just not too obvious. No one can break anything. But there's an important point. The sky suddenly looked at me and reminded me. Once you borrow so much, you're actually going to owe 280 billion. This kind of no-holds-barred contract. Interest rates will also be extremely high. If you actually make a huge fortune, it's good to just do business normally. I suggest you think about it. Money may not even be enough to pay interest. Don't let it get to the point where you have to go to the calendar. Don't worry, I have faith. I nodded, and another million people suddenly said. I added a point. Related to such a large amount of money, it's also your special case. There needs to be some kind of security, so no matter what you do, people, the bookkeeper must be from our bank. Just in case you're in danger, the bank will arrange for 2 guards. Wages paid by us. Finally, the most important point. That's if your business suffers a huge loss. We can ask you to return it. Instant loan. That's good. You can't help but look at the world with different eyes. The bookkeeper is your man. It means money can't be spent. You have to use your guards to protect me. This is just in case. Aren't you afraid of me running away? This is the only way, and it's also the most reasonable way for you to get 280 billion. People are laughing. Don't look at me like that. If you lose or you run away, the rest of my life is over. I agree. I nod to you. It doesn't matter. What is important is the accumulated points received when settling. End of the month in exchange for technology. Then start the overwhelming hand. Loss is something that is absolutely impossible. What is technically overwhelming? He came out in 2, and I beat him. He came out in a pair. My dad beat the trump. I also beat the trump card when you go out. That's right, in the hands of the old man. It's all trump cards. If you lose, sign a contract. If I see you agree, I will say no more. Take out the prepared contract. Then he pulled out a blank sheet of paper and said, you don't have to worry. I'll change my mind later. I'll write you pledge. If I change my mind, I'll go to jail with you. He started to scribble. Just write it and sign it. Then give me some attention. This thing, we can't let people outside of us know. Take a look at the content. If it's okay, I'll seal it. Wait until you get the loan. You have to give it back to me. Absolutely not open in the middle, because I can't be sure if you copied it, whether or not it calls on the nation to speak out. He took the car for a moment and nodded. It can be sealed. A million people heard that and nodded. Take out a special envelope. Reissue the pledge and tuck it in. Then seal it. You can see that it seems to be some kind of glue. The smell is especially strong. The usual way is definitely hard to open. Without damaging the surface, finish and sign. He pushed the contract desk over to you to quickly sign his name. Then the same cosmic arc points to each other. Happy cooperation. Dance arc breathed a sigh of relief. Direct transfer to you 35 billion. Happy cooperation. I stood up until you 2 left. The Marin Corporation. He slightly frowned. This manipulation of mine. It seems that he has been guilty of the C Group. Previously, he was an employee of the C. I know very well about this company. The company is not a small business. It's a corporation that's working. Market value hundreds of trillions. In the top 500 private enterprises in the country. The main industry is drinks. It's also drinking water of all kinds. And there's also health food. Canned food. Instant noodle snacks, self-boiling hot pot, and the like. Previously, it was food. Technical staff specializing in research and development. Types of snack foods. When I first started working, Marin grew to enter the dairy and cooking oil markets. The result is a loss of almost nothing. Capitalization value evaporated by almost half. It's only been a little bit restored now. Real estate segment. It's definitely the management team. At the top is the house they hold. A few years ago, house prices are rising. It attracted the attention of the state. All sides try to tighten up to curb the growth of house prices. Real estate can now be. It's a sunset industry. If you jump in now, there's no problem. Or you want to use the sword the last time before the end. Think about what their real estate should suffer and the internal disintegration of the Red Sea Corporation. In my heart, I know that it will be later, but if you are so guilty, you can't leave it alone. Waiting for people to come to the tree. It's not my style. I've got to do it first to take advantage. I can't help but look at the system. Look for the cheapest technologies. Technology to improve healthy water quality. 5,000 points accumulated. As far as I can see, let's buy the modified essence. Jealous is more. Food and beverage recipe optimization technology. 5,000 points for this or this. A leisurely life, enjoying the beautiful life. If you buy these two technologies. Defeated. Is it not as easy as carrying a hand? No. The opponents must be you. World-class beverage brand is right. A Marin group. At you. It's enough to kill him standing on the shore. Thinking of this, the sun's ceiling gave a strange smile. Take out your phone to see the balance of 10 million. I searched for a while. I found an old friend's phone number. Hello, Jer. I heard your hometown is a land of longevity. Very good source water. There's also a natural body of water. I've been unemployed lately. I want to start a business, so I want to see it. There's no need to take a break. Just take me around for a while. I booked a ticket right here. I haven't seen it yet. More than an hour later, he opened the door. I just opened it and was surprised. There are 4 people standing outside. Someone is raising his hand to knock on the door. Both sides are startled. I saw 2 guys in front of me. I hurriedly took a step back. I can see clearly now. The man behind it is 1 million people. Chief, what are you doing here? I can see you breathing. Millions of people are also surprised. Trying to speak up. When you see the cat backpack on your back, immediately raised suspicions. You're going to do it. I can't blame him for being suspicious. Now everything is done. The worst person in the world. Outside of the company. It's him. To show you how warm they are in front of you. He took the initiative to cover all the post-production. I even wrote a letter of guarantee for you. I just want to score in front of you. The more he thought he got home, the more scared he was. Just to show yourself and leave evidence. Enough to make me. Is it worth it? To go to jail? So he hastily mobilized the relationship. To find 2 highly qualified demobilized soldiers. Then personally select a suitable accountant. Rush to get here right away. His goal is to take the most precautions. Just caught it. You look like someone who's about to run away. Don't you want that 272 billion? 1 million questions, or questions. 1, 2. I looked at the shape of 1 million people in wonder. Then immediately understood the words. This is the bodyguard and accountant you're looking for. I said you're in a hurry. The money hasn't arrived yet. You've led people here. The money in my pocket is my own. You don't need managers. The nation breathed a sigh of relief. Laughing. There are no more days. Wait until you figure out what to do. Prepare for the premise steps. You can apply at any time. The application will be approved immediately. They all get a fixed salary. You pay that much if you arrive early or late. Is this not to keep you safe? I believe you are new. Don't you want to keep that money safe? The sun is drying up. Words I dated an old friend to his hometown to survey the project. If possible, it will be closed very quickly. There's no running away. Don't worry too much. I'm much more impatient than you. Just take them with you. It is safe and convenient to have someone to take care of it. If you have anything heavy, leave it to her. Just said. 1 million people pointed their fingers at the 4th man. That's the girl. Standing next to him, he looked up at the slender girl. Face a little childish. Wearing a business suit. Young, beautiful, delicate appearance. It's fascinating without fluttering. The more beautiful people look. It obviously has nothing to do with heavy lifting. What are you doing to get rich quick? I wonder if that girl also raised her head. In big round eyes, it's full of curiosity and anger. My brother's name is Prosperous Letter. From now on, he will be the assistant secretary. The accountant is the manager of your life. Director. We told them to follow closely and not leave. I hope you can accept the girl with a soft voice. The prosperity of letters. I hope the sky will refuse. You don't want to do this at all. But because of a mistake you made, the transfer was received. So, the king appointed her immediately. You have no chance to refuse. Quitting work is not finished. Do the wrong thing and hide. Your father would have been talking for years, and if you quit your job and run away, this will definitely move out. At that time, I consider myself finished. In front of relatives, my close friends can't raise their heads. They will be laughed at for years. That girl, people, no is not. The bank sent the wrong 280 billion. The person has just received the money and applied. Run away before. That's him. Just thinking about it, I saw the scalp go numb. Take a deep breath. The prosperity stares at you, eyes flashing. You are also curious in your heart. I just transferred the wrong money. And yet this person dares to do a series of operations, shock the world. Even the father who sees the sky with his swing. He said he was such a young man. How is his mind so sharp, and where did he get such a big liver? Maybe someone in the world really sees an opportunity. You're risking your life. He didn't hesitate. Why didn't he hesitate? Don't you wonder? Why is he so determined? If you take one wrong step, you're actually in jail. That's when you're curious. You hear a familiar and recognizable voice. I also suddenly understood. He sent the wrong money, right? Prosperous boosted instant black facial. $1 million for a few hours. The student is not wrong. It's this ancestor here. Just let her hurt someone else. My heart is not well. I can't take this kind of shock. Are you going to let her help me with the books? On the contrary, I was surprised. Pull the million aside. Lower your voice. You're not afraid she'll turn out to bankrupt me. Absolutely not. Millions of ants with stern faces. But I also began to feel uneasy in my heart. Your face is still smiling. When she was assigned to my branch, I've seen the file. University graduate of professional accounting reputation. There's all kinds of degrees. I didn't even believe it before. Such a talented person goes back to this small temple of his, whether it's the big investment banks or the big four. They certainly didn't reject her. Come to think of it, this is God's plan for you. Naked brother, you're a schemer. She's the general. You two are a perfect pair, he whispered. I can't blame this beautiful document for coming to me. It turns out that education is fine, but people are not so good, or change someone else. You also brought it. Even if there is a little mistake, it must also be under control. A crook like you will definitely solve it. Think so. A million people are no longer welcome to tell you. Naked brother, just like that. Whatever you want to do, bring the three of them. Let me introduce you. This is the crown jewel. This is the big sister. They're all fresh out this year. Generous military demeanor. They can absolutely protect you safe. I actually want to remind myself. I absolutely can't escape, right? If you feel guilty, just let them go with you. It's just a few more mouths and a few more tickets, 2 more beds. Then, just follow me. You're busy. I'd like permission to go first. Uncle Ho and Director Wang went to discuss business. It should be done by now. I have to go and say hello. Then they all left. The son is a little embarrassed to receive this news. Back a little bit. This guy wants to eat both ends. Executive Xi generously gave directly 35 billion Vietnam dong. So on the side of the magic, he must have plundered a lot too. But thinking back is also true. Accidentally guilty of the C group. Just tens of billions of Vietnamese dong for their own profit. People are not sure. Keep an eye out even if it is to save your subordinates. But the king can overcome difficulties. It's because people are under pressure. It's okay to make some profit in the future. Let's go. Departure to the new business district Kim Jiang-un-cheng. The C&C Corporation building is standing there. It's different from the whole system. The whole province or even outside the province. The company is not in charge of manufacturing. He's in charge of sales, distribution channel coordinator, network finance and other areas. The founder of the Marin Group. The C is dead. Before, the entire company belongs to their family. It's a family business. It's just that after he died a few years ago, the company was run by his eldest son. He's a very mean person. Was Chi. It's a huge amount of money to build a building and attract capital from the financial world with the intention of breaking into the financial industry, livestock and other new industries. Unfortunately, the two of them were so bored. In just 2 or 3 short years, the Red Sea Group, it's failed in many new industries. The company's assets are directly divided. Although, after listing share split and capital mobilization, the company has recovered. But the current Marin Group, they are no longer held by their families. Their house is now like a figurehead, holding less than 15% of the shares. The rest of the stock is due in large part to capitalist forces. They have the whole family, nominally the chairman of the board, but in fact, it was soon wiped out of power. Currently the director general of the company is a manager, professional. Offense though, the offender was a man over 40 years old. Are at their most energetic age. He has held high positions in many businesses, thanks to its outstanding ability, invited by many sources of capital to take over. Enthusiastic and cautious young. Of vitality and energy. Overflowing capacity. Preeminent vision. Have a broad view. These are the kinds of reviews that many companies chase. People for him. After taking over the position of general director of the Marin Group, it relies on the help of the capitalists. But only in the 2 short months. Have completed the separation and financing of internal structure. The company made the cut. Major financial reductions and streamlining of the apparatus for rolling. I even borrowed this opportunity. Complete the invalidation of the power of the president. I must say that this man's power is strong. The trust of the capitalists. The support of the employees. Now offense. Peace is the absolute right to decide. At the Marin Group. It's like the old house. An internal meeting is currently taking place. On the big screen playing back what's going on. Described in writing and pictures. So that the whole of your money is in front of everyone. The woman in uniform spoke up casually. That's how the whole thing goes. Although I don't agree with that. The company is involved in the real estate industry. It's in the afternoon. But it's already happened. Then we absolutely cannot let the face of the company is trampled. This will cause the capitalists to underestimate us. I hope the people of their house will. And you guys sitting here can come up with a solution. Manager of the security department. You talk a little too much. At the bottom of the security fence suddenly spoke up. My face is so bad that I talk a lot. The cold face of the indifferent. If you don't have the ability to express yourself, don't do it. I made a lot of mistakes and just lost face. How does my manager feel about this? The security guard was told to stand up and teach. If you want to argue, sit in the chair. Just show me your hand. Sit down and stop fighting. Now what I need is a solution. Security, sit down. The person sitting in the second position is their boss. It is also the current president Kai Wei-hua speaking. Everyone below breathed a sigh of relief. The high-level kickoff made them feel extremely pressured. A friend in the world gave me the news. The top has put pressure. Deputy Director Chu said he was also helpless. Someone has spoken out under investigation. Is in charge of economic finance of Dongjiang province. We've struck. Someone asked on the other side of the table. Can it be regulated? If you look at the words, it's impossible. There are things that are not just about benefits, but also involved much deeper things. I can only say that it was a random error. Blasphemy vase, shaking head. Can't we just ignore it? The universe is not committed, especially when you see a familiar face on the screen. He hates to grind his teeth. This is revenge, just because of a bad woman. This revenge is kind of cruel. From now on, their family's control over the maritime corporation, it's been reduced to one more level. All because you hurt me. He hates not being able to go back to slapping. It's a little angry. If you do not ignore it, there is another way. We've always respected the rules here. It's not easy to use that capitalist style here. A high-ranking leader has just returned home. I can say it casually. The writer shoved his hand again. It's just an investment in real estate. The loss is not small, but it's still within acceptable range. When it comes to investing, nothing is absolutely certain. This before doing it. I should have thought about how to deal with that failure, even if the surprise factor is present. It's just that guy with the naked name, but the Marin Group. It's not that we can't lose. It's not about losing to an unknown person. Be good normally so. It's the same guy that our corporation kicked out. All you need to do now is think carefully. How to regain face. Don't let our credit rating get downgraded. The words that came out of the meeting room immediately fell silent. It is normal to say that losing is normal. Lost at the hands of an unknown man. It's not just a matter of frustration. It's how to remove facial gauze. How to keep the rating. You said it was unplanned, but how can outsiders believe it? What we need to do now is control rumors in the range. Allow or let the outside know. The company has not lost face, or let the world know. Marin corporations are not easy to touch. After the meeting, whoever can think of a way to find me in the office. Wait a moment, still didn't get a reply. These violations can no longer sit still. He stood up irritated. He and his wife left the conference room immediately. Become noisy. It's hard for managers to talk. From the document. The name. That naked kid is just a guy. Single people have just been fired. I heard he's still sick. It's hard to get revenge on him. He has nothing in his hand. I don't know where to aim. Or unraveling the truth behind this. Are you crazy? We can only talk about this separately. Don't you think about how many people it involves? As long as the big guys don't show up, you do that. It is like standing at the foot of a mountain that rocks. That's right. This is basically not flipping anybody's clothes. People have nothing to lose. If we move out, we'll be the laughing stock. He was chased out for a fight. If there is no other way, use the old trick. Flattering him is also a way. Just flatter him to the clouds. We can't be humiliated if we lose. I don't see reality. Previously, it was possible to praise large organizations. What kind of hype does a single individual have? Even if there is such a clever giant, then someone must believe. It's kind of virtual. It's not just irrational flattery. That this guy's maneuvers. I thought about it, and it's kind of fanciful. Now you realize. I just saw that, and I'm gaping through the process. It's horrible. I still have bees in my mind. Who's this kind of talent to fire? It's a process that goes into the ground. At the office, the director sat down in his chair. Tell the secretary to pour tea. He's tired of solar day. What the hell is this? The way other managers think. Of course he thought about it too. It's just those ways or it can't be done. Or if it's done, it can't be saved. In the business world, the trick of flattering opponents is very popular. Losers in a trade war will often flatter the enemy up to the blue cloud. I show that I'm a generous person. It just shows that it's not because I'm bad. The enemy is too strong. Finally, the implicit idea. It is equivalent to accepting defeat from the enemy. Give the enemy enough face. This is like turning a new page. It's like a battlefield. But there's still a very good one. There are only permanent interests, not permanent enemies. Fighting in the marketplace is for the good. If you lose, give up the benefits, but not to the point of being an enemy. After all, money is never earned. Maybe we will still have to cooperate later. Living and dead rock heads are really rare. It's also very difficult to survive in the marketplace. The director is not. The secretary moves forward. Sir, by the way, head of food development engineering. He told me he had a way to solve this. Waiting outside. The writing is a bit surprising. I thought you were in this engineering department. It's the one he nodded at. Let him in. I want to see what he can do. Very quickly then the secretary led a young man. This young man has straight hair, dress neatly filled with confidence, extremely assertive manner, as if they were sure of winning. The important point is that he didn't bring them. The young man sat in the position of head of the department. They're not even from their own family. Is our company still a genius? Maybe I've been too much before. Negligence and search. Let spies like you go. It makes the talented. There is no land in front of me. Use martial arts so quietly calculated in the heart. I feel it's time to go. Check the talent in the company. Ever since he saw the countries go by. Your wacky old rustic trade wars. It made him feel a little uneasy. Previously seen the Three Kingdoms. He always thought it was a cosmetic and an exaggeration. In a lack of information. The human mind, no matter how high, it's also impossible to calculate that remotely accurately. But today, he suddenly felt that he should revisit this country again to take advantage of the trip. You've taught him a lesson for the CEO. The young man is confident. It makes the language more hopeful. The secretary said you had a way. Just say it out loud anyway. Whether it's possible or not, I don't blame you. Blasphemy vase lowering posture. Unconscious. Learn the style of master sage in the drama. Thank the general director. The young man is quite emotional. I just apologized first. Sorry, general manager. I'm in charge of the engineering department. The person you've been nodding to fire. He has a disease in him, working too long again. I am afraid of causing unexpected losses to the company. After this happened, I feel my responsibility is great. Shame on the company. He used to be my class anyway, 1,000 ways without finishing. It ended up causing such a huge loss to the company. He's so hateful. We've paid him a generous compensation, because he's the one who came out from where I was, so when it happened, I got the news immediately, and immediately arranged for someone to investigate him, as far as I know in the staff's private chat group. He had revealed his intention to buy so many houses. Our plan is to target real estate. The number of people who know is not small. Some people will be jealous. In the name of stealing business secrets, to put him and the whistleblower in jail. It's not possible. Offended by disappointment, shake your head. The number of people who know this is not small. More to the end, this is the house they're using force to target. In real estate, there's nothing called a secret. Charges of theft, business secrets are not established. The young man's eyes flashed. I've captured his movements. He went to the Moon Lake in the county. He himself was already sick. If someone pushes a little, wait, I have a bad feeling in my heart. He asked him where he went. Are you looking for someone to follow him? The young man shook his head. At this time, the teacher breathed a sigh of relief. The young man laughed and said I had his file. Know the home address. I've got 5 people following him. Now, it's only an hour before the CEO orders it. These 5 will find a lonely place. One hand threw him into the lake. I don't know if the devil is good. There's absolutely no doubt about us. That didn't just teach him a lesson. But people with other intentions, nature, also dare not despise the C group. We've broken the law by suddenly standing up, banging hard on the table. Face flushed. You pick up your flattery and give it to me. The young man is a bit of a mess. I don't understand what's going on. The criminals shouted again. The young man was immediately threatened, frantically running out. The secretary heard the dynamic, was also afraid, rushed to find out who recruited him. Whose man is he? In his hands are those who, is it from their family? Don't they all fire their jobs? They all fired. The secretary heard that, and left in a hurry, for a while still not quenched his anger. He walked back and forth in the office, holding a glass of water, to take a sip. He threw his glass to the ground in anger. God damn it. They soon heard that their family was in bad business. I couldn't believe it was so dark. He's here to be a professional executive, and they want to drag you down the road. My mother decided to drag me into the water. The more you think, the more angry you are. The more I think, the more I'm afraid. Fortunately, I didn't say who solved the problem. Usually, it's asking for specific measures. If you say it in a different way, 8 parts, you're an old man. Didn't I become the one behind the deal? Think of it. He's in a cold sweat. Take the phone and call hello. The owner came over to me for a moment. I discovered something. There are still some problems within our company. Maybe there's a job the demobilizers need you to do. After hanging up, Van, sit down. What the hell kind of person is this? The company is not your home. Just working for a year. Making a few bucks. They sell their lives like that. What benefit did their house give you? Smelling music, autumn wind, blowing softly. The waves swayed on a small boat. The sun's ceiling sits casually lined with hexagons. Make yourself a relaxing tea. He opened the phone to urge his old friend. But I saw a bunch of messages. This financial department. You bought a whole building. You're not poor enough to buy a house. I have to buy that hanging project. As a result, I bought a dilapidated building. God's promise is true or false, boss. You're already rich, you see. It's not fun. You shouldn't have inherited $1 billion fortune. The wind is real. I saw the internal docs. The correct name is also correct. That's him. Ing's engineering department just bought an entire building. Million jaw inspection room. Mom. Is the young master so rich? He even asked us to borrow money to experience life. Tangfong business office. I know people are not the same. Some people were born with horses. Anyone who tries hard is just a horse rider. Million Nam technical department. He also borrowed me last time. That I don't lend. Big hole. Let me hold your leg. In addition to the group, there is a private message. Many big brothers in finance. Grandpa, Dad, I've begged you 1,000 times. Don't tell me I told you, or I'll die for sure. I didn't know I'd done something horrible. What's wrong? Now the whole company is rushing. The board is all crazy, and you answer the box. I will definitely be able to see the next message. It's the manager of the engineering department. Boss, do you know what you did? Why did you do it? The company does not owe you anything. You should be grateful. You answer stupid and block and delete it. The next message is from Kim. Where did you get that much money? Didn't you say you'd give me everything? I cheated on stingy men. A poor class like you. No matter how rich you are, you're not. Barbara. I look at you and I jerk my eyes. Don't hesitate to answer back. That's right. I didn't give you everything. I'm still missing something I didn't give you. Doesn't your mother always get upset? I'll send your mother's bones for the match one day. Delete you extremely definitive operation. What kind of person doesn't know? It's really eye-opening. You're complaining when the phone rings. The water looks up at the shore. I saw someone holding the phone. Wave your hand to the shore. Very soon the people on the shore got on the boat. I was a little surprised to see him growing and growing. Prince Charming. Is this your girlfriend? The 2 of them were you who denied that I was single. This is my assistant, Uncle Prosperous. And these two, the king and the king, respectively, my bodyguard, assistant bodyguard, who just arrived. What's wrong with you? Go to your investment center. He smiled and pointed to the Moon Lake and said, I'm going to build a water plant here. Beverage and mineral water production. How do you feel? Are you kidding? I'm a little confused about other things. This Moon Lake is connected to the underground river. Underground. An endless abundance of water. It has a reputation as a land of longevity. But there are no minerals here. The water thing. There was someone peeing on the shore. Can it be sold? Only fools buy it. What I'm about is making the impossible possible, on the outside full of confidence. But I am restless in my heart. If you change it to something a little more reliable, I don't have enough money to buy it either, right? What happened to you? Sit down in bewilderment. He looked at the guards, and two guards. Then, look at you. It feels like I'm dreaming. Not long ago this guy was still a lover. Why does it suddenly rise? Like this. He looked far away at the lake glistening under the sun. This lake is natural water. Why not turn it into a tourist area? Are you really going to do this? Still a little afraid to believe. But still answer. The city is provincial. There are many tourist areas around. The city is under his management. But it's too remote anyway. In addition to that, young people. Most of them are hired by you. Then the local economy of Wei County. We can't even grow. What to say about travel? This water reservoir is good, but it's too far away. If it is to be converted into a tourist area, it must be large. Not worth considering before. But after an overall comparison, I gave up. However, if you really want to subcontract this reservoir, the price is not cheap. Working capital in the state. The village is his original home. After graduation, he returned to his hometown to take the civil service exam. So in Wei County, he knows as well as the palm of his hand. How much you ask for is hard to say. Rection slightly furrowed. Think for a moment this water reservoir is not small. But it's not too big. Because it's clear, with underground river. It's also impossible to grow aquaculture. I remember a few years ago someone wanted to bid on this place. But after looking for an expert, I gave up. At that time, the county offered about 20 million, for a period of 30 years. I can't help but sigh for an hour. Stop kidding. Where did you get the money? Even if you have money, you should not destroy it. Take my advice. Now we're going to dinner. After eating, go back to the city immediately. This money can't be thrown out the window. You don't even understand me. You know, I'm absolutely sure. Don't you think about what I do? I dare to start. Maybe you don't have any confidence. What to do? Food side development. Rection, a little hesitant. And then, think about the ocean, where the sun's ceiling works. The company itself grew by selling mineral water. Maybe he's got some core technology, but mineral water has what the hell is called technology. The core continues to fall into a state of bewilderment. You're really not kidding. Really? Let me ask for you. Jen is also the definitive. Take out the phone and make a call. He got up and went out to the bow, talked for a while, and then continuously. Thank you. I asked my friends, if you really want it, you can negotiate. About 15 million. The time limit is still 30 years. Thank you. The sun's ceiling nods its head to look at the green. I'll negotiate for less than 10 million for you. Term 20 years. He pointed at me. Face full of unbelievable looks. There, sun rubbing chin under my hand. You are the only general now. If you don't go, who will? I see you were going to argue, this guy says again. Or you can contact your bank manager. Change someone more capable here. He immediately bowed his head. I was confused and wanted to argue but couldn't. The bank manager said it. If you're naked, if you hate it, you can directly clean the furniture. Hack it up. This is unacceptable to him. Go. The prosper gritted his teeth waiting for the boat to dock. He took the usual way. The son is not a man of substance, this time looking for wood in the fire. No matter what others think, it's because I'm not afraid of prison. There's a solid support system. Plus, the coincidence of fate, conspiracy in the cause, or winning 1,000 miles is bullshit. I'm just a normal person. I always believe in a truth. It's a professional job. Let the professional do it. Don't mess with yourself, compared to a financial elite like the prosperous uncle. Bear Yang, the only thing I can do is wait to win. Enjoy the feeling of using technology to crush your opponent. And then I started counting money. You don't understand the specifics. Let's go for a drink. Let the sky speak up. The left side starts to feel nervous. Is it okay to let him go? Maybe we should go and see if we can trust him. The son doesn't say two words, pull the reins. They went to a farmer's restaurant by the moon, eating until the afternoon. The prosperity and strength are finally back. He sat down looking worn out. Look at the leftovers on the table. Suddenly I feel better in my heart. I've been busy for hours and haven't eaten. Back to where you have to eat leftovers. That's a good boss. It's done. When he asked from his uncle, he answered 9 million. 20-year contract price negotiated the lowest, they say on the page. Real estate agent blood handed over, and again, they clearly don't want to let go of a fool like you. They said as soon as possible. I can sign a contract this afternoon. You are not ashamed to be an expert. You Melon's fingers next to canopy. Ask the boss to bring some new food. I'm feeling a little comfortable right now. Look at your thumb. I can't help but smile. After lunch, you call a car first, and you take the ermine home. Then, led 3 people straight to the scene. Giving feet total. Your host is a middle-aged man. Bald they saved as deputy, district chief, in charge of the investment reception of Wei district. Looks very gentle. Both sides sit down. After seeing the deal, you put a pen to the deputy chief's name, save it, and shake your hand and laugh. I heard that the ceiling of the lake is to build a water plant. If you need help, just speak up. This is a business card. My customer leader too. You laugh. Shaking hands is just the first step. Later, water and food plant. The same beverage processing plant will go into operation. At that time, we hope that the district will create favorable conditions. It's easy to say. Deputy Chief Liar beamed. Being close to the capital is a good thing, but not quite as good. The good thing is that people work closer. The bad place is that the district is very difficult to develop. Someone came to the factory car. It's a happy thing to look at anyway, even though the profession that's about to be done sounds a bit absurd. Say goodbye and take the three of you to the hotel. Take a photo of the contract sent to millions of countries. The director quickly called back. You're not kidding me. To spend 9 million to bid for a lake, Director Million agitation said. Not that we talked about is to be a bragging industry, but it's hard to value. What can this tattered lake do? Don't tell me. Even God wouldn't dare give it to you. Not $80 million. Extremely good water quality. Drink it, and you can live forever. Your boss is talking about you, and you too. The director can't say a word to you. Don't tell me I didn't help you. This is really not okay. I'm not fooling you. You look at quality enhancing technology. Healthy water in the system. Why is it called healthy water? Why not call it pure water or something? That's because it's not mineral water. It's not ordinary pure water. It's a kind of water that's been treated and upgraded. Water is good for the body. Say water. It's actually called functional food. It is also a real price. This system has a rating. Buy would rather buy a gene purifying solution. What does it mean? It means that this thing has a little bit of power. Of gene purification solution. Probably less than 1%. It's even 11,000. But in the end, it works. Unfortunately, there are not many points left. I can't get a sample. Both sides for more than 10 minutes. No one can convince anyone. Stop leaving the country feeling tired. In the heart of resentment, I want to talk, but it's hard to open my mouth. In your hand, holding his class. I don't think so, kid. They can't afford to complain. The report is considered finished. Fortunately, I had a bodyguard and an assistant. Just have the prosperity look after you. The 8 parts are no problem. Once you start losing, I will withdraw the rest of the loan. Then seal off the factory and unscrew it, even if there is a partial hole. Not to the point of being empty-handed. I'm helping my brother. I'm sure at that point, he'll pull himself together. He couldn't keep the next director. It's better than going to jail. Think so. The face of a million ants is grey as ashes. Powerless to say. I'll have the prosperous uncle prepare the full dossier. This side will disperse it within 3 days. You have to think carefully. If you can't pay your debt, you're going to jail. I can make the phone go off. Bear Yang. I never thought about those illusory things. Overpowered by black technology. What to say? And the other side. The face of the nation is constantly changing. In deep remorse, think for a moment. He called the dance arc. Something like that. I think I'm done. That kid ain't nothing. He doesn't know how to do business at all. Yeah, that's right. Your data is absolutely true. That guy has absolutely no commercial vision. To borrow 80 million yuan and sell mineral water. And you believe it? Yes, I know. So go to a neighborhood in the city. Startled dance art phone hang up. Thinking without thinking next to the dinner table. I asked him why he swore there was a problem. It's no big deal. Your dance art. He drowned everything in one turn. I've seen this person before that's worth associating with. But what's he doing? To spend 80 million yuan to sell mineral water. Wait, say, the whole country market. It's been taken over by big brands, even in this eastern province. Marin Group, the giant monster. It's also got the beverage market in its hands. He does this differently, are finding their own extraordinarily deadly way. They often do extraordinary things. The chief slowly wiped his mouth, a calm face, and then I see that nothing is strange. A crazy person always has a crazy way of doing things. Winning as king. Don't look at what he did. To look at the end of his creation, dare to do so. If not stupid, there is definitely power. Let's see if that power is worth your time. Or did you not listen to your grandfather say that the dance pool is broken? The next day after a one-night stay, 4 people take the bullet train back to the city. In the words of the prosperity, it's all ready. It's time to recruit. Ceiling. I don't know much about running a business. You have to find a professional. I also think it makes sense to sleep until 10 in the morning. When they get to the job market, it's 11:30. Some recruitment businesses have started to clear. Prosperity could not help but grumble. All a few times to wake up. Now it's over. Who else to recruit? It's just like a pea sieve. Small seeds fall before big ones. There will definitely be personality. It's not easy to accept. It's not the cheap welfare of those companies. I don't care if the money isn't in hand. It doesn't matter if it's a day early or a day late. There's black technology here, as long as the person hired isn't an idiot. Then sure, we'll do something. Prosperity urged to rent a booth, to temporarily build the sign. Then the ceiling sat down. People passing by saw this. They're all very curious, but few dare to go ahead and self-promote. Because there's an assistant and a bodyguard. The guard stood like a doorkeeper. This one. I know it's not a normal job, but there are always exceptions. A few minutes later, an uncle with a haggard appearance. Bodyguard. Come and sit down and ask what position you're looking for. Recruit everything you want to do. You ask the opposite. He laughed and asked if he had a CO. And you see me. They can say, take a contract and put it on the table. The contract was prepared by the Commonwealth. The company is, thanks to the district head to facilitate. Help solved yesterday. The poor old man also looked up. Why are you laughing at me like that? What not to dare? He looked at the contract. Anhai Food and Beverage Company. It was established yesterday in San Francisco. It seems to be in the preparation phase. How much salary are you going to pay me? The sun's ceiling shakes its head. I don't know how much you're worth. But you know exactly how much you're worth. You can write your own salary. Just be confident enough. The annual salary of billions is also terrible. The water suddenly laughed. Experience failure in both love and career. I locked myself in for 2 months. I walked out the door and met a crazy guy. But crazy is good. Everyone feels like their life is a failure, pathetic, and this stranger in front of me is willing to believe. I give myself a chance. There was a sudden surge of enthusiasm in his heart. It's a little touching. You won't regret it. The farmer and his. The position is general manager in the salary section. He wrote a 2 billion annual salary, 800 million Vietnam dong, and then he put his pen down on the shelf to hire me. Certainly not high. I will prove my worth. The ceiling raised its thumb confidently and stood up. What are you doing sitting here? The water sounds so silly. What else can we do? Recruit people. You know I have no recruitment experience. Any profession have their own expertise if you are a professional. Let me hire you. The water in my heart is more touching. He just signed a contract and immediately handed over the power. This is how much trust. He stood up and sat in a recruitment position. Don't worry, boss. It was your trust in me. Just tell me who to recruit. Leave the rest to me. Our company now only has a boss, the boss's assistant, bodyguard of the boss, and the boss. The only employee who's the CEO is you. The rest of you, just watch and recruit. I suddenly felt my mind was cold. Wake up immediately. The feeling in my heart suddenly disappeared. I'm even afraid I might be fooled. It's a startup, or some kind of ghost company. This boss is not only young but also looks fluffy. Newly established company. I bought a beautiful assistant, and 2 guards like this are decent. This company wasn't set up to play around with. What are you afraid of? The sun's ceiling tapped his shoulder, and he started drawing cakes. This is an opportunity. The chance to train yourself. An opportunity to build a business from scratch. Opportunity to build it up. You have to respect once you complete the process. Building a business from nothing. Later, even if you're looking for another job, you can also write it on your resume. Something very special. Why don't I start my own business? Customs counterintuitive. Do you have the money? When the sun asked me this question, it was fatal. Make the enemy completely silent. Tears choking words of I understand. So, we went to dinner before. I'll buy some for you later. The sun is laughing. Take the prosperous ones and leave. Huang Tirhai clenched his fists. Damn it, I was touched earlier. This boss's name is not human. Let's just go and see how it goes. I didn't sign a confidentiality agreement anyway, or a non-competitive deal. There is no penalty for violation. If the situation's not good, it must be fast.